Hey guys, come and join me in the old Frog and Toad for a Monday evening pipe chat.
Welcome to the pub, come and have a beer. Come along and sing a song of real good cheer. Forget your cares today, it's time to laugh and play. We're drunk again this afternoon on Saturday. The songs we like the best of all are old songs. Sad songs, bad songs, bold songs. If you like to sing, come and have a fling. Everybody welcome to the pub. Oh yeah! I'd like to welcome you to the pub. Away we go.
Hey guys, Mike here from Old Man Things, and welcome to the old Frog and Toad Pup Shed. I'm in the back snug. If you don't believe me, the sign doesn't lie, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't lie. Let me finish lighting my pipe, and we shall begin. Having a cup of Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire tea! So cheers. It's still bloody hot. Probably too hot for me to drink. Do you guys remember in the early 80s when Mike Tyson was boxing? And he'd knock the bugger out within like a minute and something seconds. And I remember my dad said that a guy said to him that he had gone to a Tyson fight, and he waited to go sit down because he thought, well, let it get involved first before all that drama. Well, by the time he went to sit down, it was bloody over with. Well, the reason I'm bringing that up is because that's what it was like watching Australia beat the heck out of England in the day 2 of the test. Of the first test of the Ashes. Holy cow. They were doing all right till they went for lunch. And what they ate for lunch, I don't know. Anyways. I told my daughter they looked like a turned out puppy that's wounded, that didn't have enough saliva to lick its wounds. I got a neat gift today. A couple gifts from a friend. And now I have smoking partners in the old Frog and Toad. The first one is, ladies and gentlemen, old George Burns. Isn't that neat? See a cigar? Quite pleased with him. And he'll join me for a martini. And the second smoking partner is perhaps the legendary cigar smoker there is. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Winston Churchill. I say, never before. Aha! Isn't that fantastic? Never. Quite pleased. So my wife calls, I can say, I can't talk right now. I'm in the middle of smoking with Sir Winston and old George. And then I wonder why the phone goes smash as it hangs up. You notice that with phones when you get mad now? Years ago, you could take the phone, and if you were really mad or fed up, you could go BAM! And slam that sucker down. And now what do? You go, you know what? I'm not going to take that. And you go, oh well. So I'm quite pleased with old George Burns and Sir Winston Churchill. Ah. Madam, I may be drunk, but you are ugly. In the morning, I shall be sober, but you shall still be ugly. Ah! Sorry. I get carried away in their company. And then I made something yesterday. I thought it was kind of neat. You know how I like the Wind in the Willows? I had the car, and I made the little figures to go with it. So, and you can take them out. So you can have just Toad drive, or Toad and Badger drive, or whatever. So anyways, that's what I do when I'm bored. But I thought I'd tell you something. About 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, maybe it is about 2 years ago, I did a video about the incomplete collection of Peterson's Sherlock Holmes pipes. It was a lot of work, and it was a lot of money to collect them. And I posted it on there. And quite recently, I started getting messages from people saying that they saw my video as advertisement for different businesses selling Peterson Sherlock Holmes pipes. Well, I contacted them, these different businesses, and they all basically told me the same thing, to bugger off. And it upset me because I thought, I've done all this work and they're making money off of it. And they could at least ask me. Every time I've, used something that somebody spent a lot of work doing, I do go and ask them. I reach out and I ask them. The Jules one, with the pub contest and stuff, I reached out and I asked them if it was all right. And the Tweety Pubs one, I reached out to old Tweety himself, and he was very nice and said, and then I said, well, since we're talking, would you be willing to do this? And he said, oh, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, you. I've only had this tea today. So I'm redoing it. I'm not redoing it all, but I'm taking out the parts that were copyright, and I'm resaving it now. So I'll probably upload that tomorrow. So if you see that, it's old, but I changed it out. I gave some recognition to people that have been very nice to me. So I kind of just oh well. But these videos, like this one where I'm just sitting here talking, it's all right, but some of them are quite hard for me to do. It takes a lot of work to do, and I have multiple sclerosis, so it's not always easy to do a video. So they are hard work, and I mean, I cut their link off. I mean, it just bothered me. If they would have asked me, I would have said, yeah, I don't mind at all. And then you would have went off and it would not have been any big deal. But for them not to ask, and you probably think, what a little bloody baby. And you know what, you're probably right. But anyhow, I did a lot of research. It took me a long time to do that video. So I'm going to put it back on my own terms. So anyhow, I do like my little sitting over here now. I think this is kind of a different atmosphere, isn't it? And if I shut the snug lights off and I just leave the new lights on, it's better lighting even. So, I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to say, but I forgot most of it. But first of all, the heater's already, not the heater, the air filter's already not keeping up. It lasted like 2 days. The filter's supposed to last 6 to 8 months. You would think it'd at least bloody last a month. So I tried vacuuming it like with a shop vac to try to, who knows. Anyways, one of the things I remembered I was going to tell you, it was going to be a whole thing, and I would think if I could remember one thing, I'd be able to remember it all, but I can't. Oh, Winston. Oh, I never remember anything either. They're coming to take you away. Ha ha, hee hee, hoo hoo, hee hee. Anyways, I do have fun, ladies and gentlemen. But when Scotty was a baby, we went to my nephew's birthday party, and he was probably 6 or 7, and we'd always go to his birthday party, and they had a piñata, but it was a woke version of a piñata. And I mean that with full respect, ladies and gentlemen. It had strings. So you didn't hit it. You pulled a string. So my nephew was there, and he had all his friends, and they're all lined up. And Linda's sister announced it should be youngest first. And the kids all went, "Aww." And then her son said, "Well, shouldn't I go first because I'm the birthday boy?" And she said, "All right, you go first," and then the youngest first. So the first one was him, and he went and he pulled the string, and nothing happened. And then it was all kinds of strings. And then I said, "Well, Scotty's actually the youngest. He'll go." Well, I didn't do it on purpose, but I took his little fist and I had him I had him grab a string, and then I like put my hand like that, and I pulled the thing, and the whole thing comes crashing down, and all the candy goes everywhere. Did I get told off for that? By both Linda's sister and Linda. In fact, I bet they still, if they remember it, I'll get told off again. That's how it works for me. I said, I didn't do it on bloody purpose. They said, you wrecked it on purpose. I said, I didn't. Although it was fun. So anyways, guys, just an evening pipe chat. If you haven't watched the complete, and there's a surprise at the end, if you haven't watched it, there's a surprise announcement at the end that a lot of people might not know. I didn't know about this until I did the video. So I will be putting that out. So if all of a sudden you see me and you think, oh, he looks bloody young and better looking. What did he do? Did he have, what is it? Buttocks? Something? It's not. It's just 2 years old. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers, everyone. And cheerio, my dear friends.
It's time.
Oh, who's gonna run?
Gentlemen, please.
I don't know who's gonna run. Hello, Ducky. Were you?
Have
Have you got a car, love?